Well, since 2012, the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia guerrilla group, or FARC, have been in peace talks with the government of Juan Manuel Santos. Those peace talks taking place in Cuba. Now, progress has been painfully slow during the 2 years of talks so far, but the conflict itself has been underway for more than half a century. As both parties continue to wrangle a deal to their advantage, in the Cauca region, in the heart of the Andes, the situation remains the same for the residents caught in the crossfire. Today's Focus report comes from the communities who've learned to live in a constant state of war.
A rather special expedition in the Colombian forest.
This is the mark of an explosion, or rather the impact of a heavy caliber shot from a long distance.
Lisette represents a left-wing political movement pushing for a ceasefire between the FARC guerrilla and the government. She guides a commission that came to observe the renewed hostilities in the Cauca Mountains.
The army bombed the area, and after the bombing, they gunned the whole sector indiscriminately. We are collecting evidence.
Peace talks are ongoing in Cuba, but in Colombia, the war continues.
What's this?
Using all possible means.
Guerrilla fighter. The choice is yours. Another life is possible. The helicopters sent this.
Calls to surrender, but locals say there were no guerrilla fighters in the area.
There was no legitimate reason to bomb this area, especially so close to the civilian population.
It was impressive. It seemed the blasts were going to blow the house away.
A few days earlier, not far from here, the guerrilla broke the truce they had called in December.
We're getting close to the village of La Esperanza. There was some fighting that happened here on the night of April 14th. And it's a densely populated area, as you can see.
The army and the FARC have withdrawn, but the trauma remains. In the middle of the night, guerrilla fighters attacked soldiers who were sleeping under this shed. 11 soldiers were killed, 23 injured. More than ever, the government refuses a bilateral ceasefire.
After that, the president announced the resumption of the bombings. It came as a real blow to the people of the region.
The Cauca region is a hotspot of the Colombian conflict. In the villages, police stations look like bunkers that can come under attack at any time. The Western Cordillera is a strategic corridor, rich in water, gold, and coca plantations, the raw material for cocaine. In the village of Alta Mira, a community of Nasa Indians would like to live in peace, but their territory is coveted by many armed groups.
We almost never see them, but one way or another, they end up disrupting the harmony of our communities.
Meraldino, one of the village chiefs, has received many death threats.
I've received 7 or 8 threats, I think. They're always signed by the Black Eagles, a paramilitary group.
Threats to silence any opposition in the region.
We're directly opposing the presence of multinational companies and mining activities because these projects do not benefit the community at all.
20 minutes away from here, 5 men from the same family were mysteriously killed 2 weeks ago.
I heard that people in uniforms came looking for them at their home.
This woman has just lost her husband and her eldest son.
We were a family of 4 and now it's just the 2 of us. But life goes on. We're organizing a football tournament in their memory.
Some say it was an act of revenge, but it's hard to find out more. In these mountains, violence has become normal, partly because of coca, which inevitably attracts it. Almost every family has a coca plot.
If we sell a bag of coffee in the market, we'll make less than what we spent to produce it. So people have no other choice but growing this plant.
Farmers are at the mercy of the armed groups involved in coca trafficking. Here, peace sounds like utopia.
Even if a group surrenders, another one will emerge, so there will never be peace.
I really wonder what peace looks like.
Far away from the peace process with the FARC, Colombian farmers still pay a heavy toll in this 50-year-old conflict.